Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Big Ten Under 10 on the Hoosier Network. I'm Adam Oppenheim, of course, with Graham Nash. We hope you had a happy Masters weekend, and we got a stacked show today, starting on the diamond with baseball. Here are the scores from the weekend. Number 10, UCLA took 2 out of 3 games from Washington at home. Same went for number 15, Oregon, as although they got crushed in Game 2 against Maryland, they won the other 2 contests. Some Big Ten teams that are not ranked but very competitive are the Iowa Hawkeyes, who took 2 out of 3 from Nebraska behind some really solid pitching. USC lost the first game to Penn State but bounced back, winning games 2 and 3 in Happy Valley. Lastly, Illinois took care of Indiana, taking the series 2-1 as they lost the game on Saturday. Graham, we're going to turn to you. We know that UCLA and Oregon are probably the top 2 teams in the Big Ten. If you disagree, you can let me know. But who do you have as the third best team?
Well, I would agree. I think that they are the best 2 teams. I would have the third right now as Iowa. And the reason I don't have Iowa as one of the top 2 teams, even though Iowa is second right now in the Big Ten standings, is they have played 5 of the bottom 7 teams in Big Ten series this season. So they just haven't quite played the competition that UCLA and Oregon have played to get to their positions in the season. However, I do say that Iowa is probably, in my mind, the third best team right now because they have the best batting average and team ERA in the Big Ten. That's not something that you can really just conjure up. You have to earn that.
Right.
You have to play the games. You have to play baseball. So I think that is really what I'm looking at. That's why I've given it to them. They just got a series win against Nebraska, who, although they're included in that bottom 7 teams that Iowa has played, it feels a little bit different. Nebraska, even though they haven't had the season that they're looking for,
They're a good team.
They're a good team, exactly. But other than Iowa, I would say USC would be competing for that spot because the Trojans, they have beaten some really good competition. They beat a good Indiana team, a talented Indiana team. They also beat Vanderbilt, who I think was ranked 14th, and they narrowly lost to UCLA and Oregon. The thing that sticks out for USC is they've been in spots where they can beat good teams, but they haven't been able to do it. They haven't been able to get the win. In the series against Oregon, they lost 7-2, 8-6, and 5-3. 2 of those by 2 runs. They got to get those wins if they do want to be competitive going forward with the top teams.
Yeah, it's all about actually getting the win. Not
Right.
You can play well, but you have to get the win and try to win the weekend series. Let's talk about a couple of other teams. Illinois and Indiana, they had 2 games that were won by 9+ runs. What was going on in Champaign?
Bad pitching. Really poor pitching, if I'm being honest. Illinois walked 7 batters in Game 2. Indiana scored 12 in that game. Indiana walked 7 in Game 3, where Illinois went on and scored 15. Other than that, the pitchers were just leaving things atop the plate the entire series long. In Game 1, Indiana had 4 multi-base hits, and 6 different batters got a hit. And then in Game 2, Indiana had those stats. In Game 3, Illinois had 5 multi-base hits and 8 different batters recorded a hit. So it was just not great from the pitchers on the mound. It was kind of just staying over the zone, over the plate, and the credit to the batters that took advantage.
So it was more bad pitching than good hitting?
I would say so. I would say so.
All right, we're going to change gears and go to the ice for our final update from the 2024-2025 season. Penn State lost in the Frozen Four to Boston University last week, 3-1. The winner of the tournament ended up being Western Michigan, who beat Boston University in the final. We'll keep it right here onto the courts for tennis, where the Big Ten has just 2 tennis teams ranked in the top 25. That includes 4th-ranked Ohio State, who clinched a share of the Big Ten regular season championship for the 19th consecutive regular season. They did that by beating Illinois 4-1 and Northwestern 4-0 over the weekend. Their rival, 21st-ranked Michigan, had 2 surprising losses. They dropped both matches on the road to California teams, first to UCLA 5-0 and then to USC 4-0. Last sport we will be covering today is golf, with number 12 Illinois not playing this weekend. The only ranked Big Ten team in action was 13th-ranked UCLA. UCLA playing the Thunderbird Collegiate, hosted by Arizona State. The Bruins finished in 7th place out of the 10 teams in the competition. That is going to wrap up today's show. Huge thanks to our producer, Colin Dusek, and teleprompter Henry Thuss for making all of this possible. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at B1G_under10. And check back in later this week for our next episode of Big Ten Under 10.